To love another person is to see the face of God. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Life is a flower of which love is the honey. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. No army can withstand the strength of an idea whose time has come. Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent. Winter is on my head, but eternal spring is in my heart. Laughter is the sun that drives winter from the human face. The future has several names. For the weak, it is the impossible. For the faint-hearted, it is the unknown. For the thoughtful and valiant, it is the ideal. A mother's arms are made of tenderness and children sleep soundly in them. The soul has illusions as the bird has wings, it is supported by them. Adversity makes men and prosperity makes monsters. The wicked envy and hate, it is their way of admiring. The paradise of the rich is made out of the hell of the poor. The human soul has need of truth and love. A compliment is something like a kiss through a veil. The greatest truths are the simplest. The ox suffers, the cart complains. The sublime is in a grain of dust. The sea is an endless poem written in waves. The mountains, the forest, and the sea render men savage. The butterfly is a flying flower, the flower a tethered butterfly. The sun, the moon, and the stars would have disappeared long ago had they happened to be within reach of predatory human hands. A library implies an act of faith. The printing press is the greatest weapon in the armory of the modern commander. A writer is a world trapped in a person. The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of past centuries. Time passes, but memories remain. The past is a part of us, but the future is ours to shape. Suffering is a journey that teaches compassion. The wound is the place where the light enters you. To love is to act. The soul helps the body and at certain moments raises it. It is the only bird that sustains its cage. God is behind everything, but everything hides God. The supreme happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Prayer is the key of the morning and the bolt of the evening. War is the greatest of all crimes. Peace is the virtue of civilization. Death is the beginning of immortality. To die is nothing, but it is terrible not to live. Hope is the dream of a soul awake. Despair is the conclusion of fools. Poetry is everything that is not prose. Music is the voice of the heart. A lie is a wound that the truth heals. Truth is light. Dreams are the seedlings of realities. Imagination is intelligence with wings. Friendship is the marriage of the soul. Work is the law of life. Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Happiness is the only good. Fame is a vapor, popularity an accident. Poverty is the mother of crime. Education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom. Justice is truth in action. History is the echo of the past in the future. Science is the torch of progress. Philosophy is the microscope of thought. Religion is the poetry of the heart. The first symptom of true love in a man is timidity, in a woman, boldness. Love is the only passion which accepts no past and claims no future. A loving heart is the beginning of all knowledge. To love beauty is to see light. Love is the foolishness of men, and the wisdom of God. Liberation is not deliverance. No army can withstand the strength of an idea whose time has come. Freedom begins where ignorance ends. Tyranny is always better organized than freedom. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. Change your opinions, keep to your principles. Change your leaves, keep intact your roots. A man is not idle because he is absorbed in thought. There is a visible labor and there is an invisible labor. The greatest happiness in life is the conviction that we are loved. 40 is the old age of youth, 50 is the youth of old age. The human soul has still greater need of the ideal than of the real. Melancholy is the pleasure of being sad. To learn to read is to light a fire. Every syllable that is spelled out is a spark. Winter is on my head, but eternal spring is in my heart. Courage is the price that life exacts for granting peace. Perseverance, secret of all triumphs. The mountains, the forest, and the sea render men savage. They develop the fierce, but yet do not destroy the human. Diamonds are found only in the dark bowels of the earth. Truths are found only in the depths of thought. The greatest battles of life are fought out daily in the silent chambers of the soul. Have courage for the great sorrows of life and patience for the small ones. Hope is the word which God has written on the brow of every man. The wise man does not grow old but ripens. A faith is a necessity to a man. Woe to him who believes in nothing. The wicked envy and hate, it is their way of admiring. The eye of the master will do more work than both his hands. Nature is a mutable cloud which is always and never the same. The ocean is a vast desert where man is never alone. The mountains sing and the valleys listen. A garden to walk in and immensity to dream in, what more could he ask? The sky is the daily bread of the eyes. The forest is a temple where the wise converse with the wind. The human race is a great, an immense family. The thirst for the infinite proves infinity. Every man has three characters: that which he shows, that which he has, and that which he thinks he has. The greatest right in the world is the right to be wrong. A man's face is his autobiography. A woman's face is her work of fiction. The human mind is not a lamp to be lighted, but a fire to be kindled. A book is a garden carried in the pocket. The word is the verb, and the verb is God. A library is an act of faith in humanity. The greatest masterpiece in literature is only a dictionary out of order. An hour of love is worth a year of sorrow. The present is the living sum total of the whole past. Time is the artist that perfects all things. The past is a ghost, the future a dream. Time is the great teacher, but unfortunately, it kills all its pupils. The future has many names. For the weak, it is unattainable. For the fearful, it is unknown. For the brave, it is opportunity. The greatest happiness is to transform one's feelings into action. The most powerful weapon against suffering is hope. Pain is as diverse as man. The darkest hour precedes the dawn. To suffer is to understand. The greatest souls are those who have suffered greatly. The soul is a silent harp in God's choir. God is the shadow of man. The soul is a fire that darts its rays through all the senses. Faith is necessary for virtue. God is the poetry of the good. The soul is a temple in which the divinity sometimes dwells. The heart has its reasons which reason does not know. A war between Europeans is a civil war. The sword is the last resort of the just. The cannon thunders, but music is the voice of the soul. Peace is the dream of the wise, war is the history of man. The art of war is the art of destruction. A soldier's courage is measured by his endurance. The true battlefield is in the mind. War is the failure of humanity. The grave is but the threshold of eternity. Death is a law, not a punishment. The dead govern the living. A man is not dead while his name is still spoken. Death is the veil which those who live call life. The end is the beginning of the eternal. Hope is the companion of power. The darkest nights produce the brightest stars. Despair is the winter of the heart. Hope is the last thing ever lost. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. Hope is the only bee that makes honey without flowers. Despair is the poison of the soul. Hope is the anchor of the soul. Art is the signature of civilizations. A poet is a world enclosed in a man. The beautiful is as useful as the useful. Art is the accomplice of love. Poetry is the language of the soul. A painter should paint not what he sees but what will be seen. Art is the daughter of freedom. Poetry is the echo of the infinite. Falsehood is the armor of the weak. A half-truth is a whole lie. Truth is the daughter of time. Lies are the cancer of the soul. Dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. The dream is the truth of the soul. Imagination is the eye of the soul. Dreams are the touchstones of our characters. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Imagination is the alchemy of the mind. Dreams are the whispers of the soul. A true friend is the greatest of all blessings. Loyalty is the shadow of love. Friendship is a sheltering tree. A friend is a second self. Loyalty is the essence of friendship. Friendship is the wine of life. A true friend is the rarest of treasures. Friendship doubles joy and halves sorrow. Loyalty is the heart of honor. Labor is the prayer of the hands. Work is the sustenance of noble souls. The reward of labor is life. Work is the medicine of the soul. Labor is the foundation of prosperity. Work is the price of greatness. The sweat of labor is the perfume of honor. Work is the key to all doors. Labor is the language of the hands. Solitude is the audience chamber of God. Silence is the sanctuary of the soul. Solitude is the furnace of transformation. Silence is the mother of truth. Solitude is the school of genius. Silence is the language of the heart. Solitude is the home of the thinker. Silence is the perfect herald of joy. Solitude is the friend of the wise. Perseverance is the secret of all triumphs. Patience is the companion of wisdom. Perseverance is the engine of achievement. Patience is the art of hoping. Perseverance is the key to all doors. Patience is the strength of the weak. Joy is the echo of God's life in us. Happiness is a perfume you cannot pour on others without getting a few drops on yourself. Joy is the song of the soul. Happiness is the shadow of virtue. Joy is the sun that drives winter from the human face. Happiness is the art of making a bouquet of those flowers within reach. Joy is the music of the heart. Happiness is the harvest of a quiet eye. Joy is the poetry of the senses. Glory is the shadow of virtue. Fame is the echo of a deed. Glory is the son of the dead. Fame is the perfume of heroic deeds. Glory is the shadow of danger. Fame is the chastisement of merit and the punishment of talent. Glory is the flower of struggle. Fame is the echo of a man's actions. Glory is the shadow of immortality. Wealth is the slave of the wise, the master of the fool. Poverty is the school of genius. Wealth is the test of character. Poverty is the worst form of violence. Wealth is the child of thrift. Poverty is the night of the soul. Wealth is the enemy of happiness. Poverty is the mother of revolution. Wealth is the shadow of labor. Learning is the treasure that follows its owner everywhere. Education is the vaccine of violence. Learning is the light of the mind. Education is the foundation of democracy. Learning is the journey of a lifetime. Education is the path from cocky ignorance to miserable uncertainty. Learning is the food of the soul. Education is the movement from darkness to light. Learning is the wealth of the mind. Law is the crystallization of the people's will. Justice is the bread of the nation. Law is the shield of the innocent. Justice is the conscience of humanity. Law is the voice of reason. Justice is the sun of the social world. Law is the guardian of liberty. Justice is the foundation of peace. Law is the reason of the state. Progress is the law of life. History is the mirror of the past and the lesson of the present. Progress is the child of struggle. History is the witness of time. Progress is the result of boldness. History is the autobiography of a madman. Progress is the victory of hope over experience. History is the teacher of life. Progress is the march of civilization. Knowledge is the life of the mind. Science is the key to the universe. Knowledge is the antidote to fear. Science is the poetry of reality. Knowledge is the wing wherewith we fly to heaven. Science is the light of the world. Knowledge is the treasure of the wise. Science is the compass of truth. Knowledge is the power of the soul. Thought is the labor of the intellect. Philosophy is the science of truth. Thought is the seed of action. Philosophy is the medicine of the soul. Thought is the wind of the mind. Philosophy is the art of living. Thought is the fountain of life. Philosophy is the guide of life. Thought is the light of the world. Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. Religion is the sigh of the oppressed creature. Faith is the strength of the weak. Religion is the soul of civilization. Faith is the lighthouse of the soul. Religion is the mother of dreams. Faith is the star of hope. Religion is the echo of eternity. Faith is the bridge between man and God. The soul is a fire that darts its rays through all the senses. The human race is a great, an immense family. The greatest happiness is to transform one's feelings into action. The most powerful weapon against suffering is hope. The darkest hour precedes the dawn. To suffer is to understand. The greatest souls are those who have suffered greatly. The soul is a silent harp in God's choir. God is the shadow of man. The soul is a fire that darts its rays through all the senses. Faith is necessary for virtue. God is the poetry of the good. The soul is a temple in which the divinity sometimes dwells. The heart has its reasons which reason does not know. A war between Europeans is a civil war. The sword is the last resort of the just. The cannon thunders, but music is the voice of the soul. Peace is the dream of the wise, war is the history of man. The art of war is the art of destruction.